Hello guys, welcome to another video in the series of coding. It's called Jump Game. So we are given an array of non-negative integers nums and we are initially sitting on the first index of the array. Each element in the array represents the maximum jump length at that position and determine if you are able to reach the last index. So let's take two examples to try to understand the logic of our code. Let's say this problem gets reversed. Okay, so instead of standing at the first position and trying to reach the last position, let's say we are standing at the last position and can we reach the first position, right? Both the problems are same. So either you reach the first position from last position, or either you reach the last position from first position. So if both are possible, that means your answer should be right. So let's see. So suppose we are standing at the last position now. Okay, uh, so can we reach the last position by standing at the last position? So of course we can reach the last position by standing at the last position, because there is no need to jump here anyway on the last position. Okay, let's go to the second last position. Can we reach the last position in this case? Of course we can reach, because see, what you can observe is we can jump one from here. The number here is 1, so we can jump distance 1. So if you jump distance 1, you will reach the last position. So even from this position you can reach the last position. Now see this. Now anytime you need not reach the last position, if you are sufficiently able to reach the second last position, that is enough condition to reach the last position. Because if you are able to reach the second last position, it automatically means that you will be able to reach the last position, because now only we checked from the second last position we can definitely reach the last position, right? So you should just reach the second last position. Now that is enough to reach the last position by default. Okay, so now let's see. So let's call this index as um, let's call this as the index. Okay, so initially our index that we wanted to reach was the last index. Okay, so that was the fourth index in this particular array. The last index is the fourth index, right? Now when you have checked that the index changes to second last index. So if you reach the third index, which is the second last index in this case, you will definitely be able to reach the fourth index. Okay, so let's go to the next index, which is the left index of the previous index. So now from here, can you reach the index number 3, or can you reach the second last index? So of course you can reach, because you can jump one distance. So you can jump one and you can reach here. So now you know that if you reach the second index or the third last index, in this case which is the second index, if you reach the index which is having a value of 2, right, then that means you can reach the last index, because from third last index you reach the second last index, and then from the second last index you reach the last index. But we don't care of all this. We just care now that if we can reach the index 2 somehow, that means our we have to return true. Our output is true. That's it. Okay, now let's move to the left index again. So we are at this position now. From this position, can you reach the index number 2? Of course you can reach, because you are allowed to jump 3 steps, but you need to jump only one step. That is also sufficient. So anyway, you are allowed to jump 3 steps, so that is an additional advantage. So it is fine. We just care that we should be able to reach the index 2. We don't care of anything else. So from this index you can jump 3 steps, but we'll jump only one for now. 3 is the maximum number of jumps that you can do. If we jump 1, that is sufficient to reach the index 2, so it is again fine. So we change, and now our index that we want to reach becomes equal to 1. So if we are able to reach the index number 1, that means we will be able to reach the last index. Okay, now let's see if we are able to reach the index number 1. So from this position we can jump two indexes, but we want to jump only one index. So anyway, we can reach the index number 1. So from this position you can reach the index number 1. Now index becomes equal to 0. So index becomes equal to 0 means we have reached the leftmost index that is possible, that is 0. That means from the last index we are able to go to the first index, right? So that means from the first index also we will be able to go to the last index. So now if index is 0 finally, that means we have to return true. So this is the simple logic. Let's work out one more example to understand this fine. So let's take this index, which is index number 5. Okay, so now our index is equal to, let me see the index of the array. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. Okay, so these are the index of the array. So now we have to read the last most index, which is index number 5. Okay, now let's see if we are able to reach index number 5 from index number 5. Of course we are able to reach, right? So it's okay. Now let's see, we are able to reach index number 5 from the position at index number 4, which is the number 0. So now this is 0, you cannot jump any steps, right? You cannot take any jumps from this particular point, so you will not be able to reach the index number 5 if you're standing here. So what that means is, you will need to, look leftwards if there is any more possible jumps that you can do to reach the index number 5, but still your index remains 5, right? So uh, I mean, in the previous example we saw that this second last index was helping us to reach the last index, but in this case the second last index is not at all helping us to reach the last index, so index still remains 5. That means you have to somehow still reach the last index. You cannot make the index equal to 4, or you cannot say that your second last index is helping you to reach the last index. So still you have to reach the last index somehow, but your second last index is not helping you to reach. Okay, so anyway, let's go forward to the next you know index which we have with us. So that is having a number of 2. That means, uh, what this means is, we can jump 2 steps from here to reach whatever index we want. So now if we can jump 2 steps, what this means is that we can reach the index number 5 that we want to reach from here, right? So you can see that if you make 2 jumps from here, you will reach the this index. So if you are able to reach the third index, it means you will be able to reach the fifth index anyway by default, because if there's any possible path that is connecting you to index number 3, from there you can take 2 jumps and you can reach to index number 5. So now your index becomes equal to 3. That means if you are able to reach index number 3, you will definitely be able to reach index number 5. That is guaranteed, because from here you can take 2 jumps. Okay, let's take the left index. Now again, the left we have 0. So what this means is, it is not helping at all, right? So index still remains 3. So index still remains 3. That means your index number 2 is useless, it's not helping you at all. So let's go over to the left index again. So now your index has a value of 1. So what this means is that from here you will be able to take only one jump. But you want to reach index number 3, right? You want to reach index number 3, but from index number 1 you cannot reach index number 3. You can only take one jump and you can finally reach index number 2. So this is also useless. This is useless despite having a positive value. This is useless because this is not helping us to reach the index number 3 at least. See, we want to reach last index. We made sure that if we reach index number 3, we can reach index number 5. Now somehow we want to reach index number 3 at least, but the index number 1, which is having a number of 1, that is not helping us to reach index number 3. So it is also useless. So we will go forward without making any change. We still have the condition that we have to reach index number 3, then only we will be successful. Okay, let's go to index number 0. So that is having a value of 3. So what this means is, now we can take 3 steps. So we can take 3 steps to reach index number 3. You can see that if we take 3 steps from index number 0, you will be able to reach index number 3, and from index number 3 you will be able to anyway reach the last index which we want to reach. So now our index changes finally again to 0. So if you are able to reach the 0th step, that means you will be able to reach the third index, and then from third index you will be able to reach the fifth index. So index is finally 0. So again we have to return true in this case. So basically what we have to do is, let's just quickly take one another small example to understand. So suppose you have two, you have say 0 1, and you have say another one. Okay, so what we will do is, we will declare one variable that we are calling index, and we will first initialize its position to the last end of the array. So the array is having a size of 3, so index is 3. Now we will move backwards. So we know from last index anyway we need not do any jumps, we are anyway sitting on last index. So we will move to the left index. So now let's see if this is helping us to reach the last index. So of course it is helping. How is it helping? The number here which is at which is having a value of 1, plus the index of this, which is 2, right? So 1 plus 2 is greater than equal to the index that we want to reach, which is 3. That means this is helping us to reach the last index. So we will change the index from 3 to index number 2. That means if we are able to reach the second index, we will be able to reach the last index. So that is guaranteed. Now let's move forward. So now we move forward to the next leftmost index. So now we have index which is having a value of 1 and the number is 0 here. Okay, so now again we will check. So the value of the number is 0 and the value of the index is 1. So 0 plus 1, that is greater than equal to 2 or not. 2 is the current index. We want to reach at least the second index. So let me write it properly. So if this is true, but here we can see that this is false, right? 1 is not greater than equal to 2. That means this is not helping at all. This is useless index, and we can let the index remain as such and move forward to the leftmost index again. So now we have this. So now this is having a value of 2 and the index is having a value of 0. So 2 plus 0 is greater than equal to index which is having a value of 2. So 2 is greater than equal to 2. This is true. So this is helping us. So we can change the index to 0. Now we have reached the end and we see that index is 0. So if index is 0, that means we have to return true. Okay, so I have taken so many true examples. So let me just quickly take one, let's say, false example. So, okay, let me change this to 1, and you have something like 5. Okay, so this will be a false example. Let's just quickly check how it will be. So let's take this as index 0, 1, 2, 3. So now first our index is our index is 3, because we have to reach the last most index, and that is having a value of 3. Okay, so that means from the last you can definitely anyway reach. So number is 5. 5 plus 3 is greater than equal to 3, which is true. That's why your index is 3. Okay, so let's anyway move forward to the left index of it. So left index is having number 0 and it is having a value of index 2. So 0 plus 2 is not greater than equal to 3. So this is again a useless index. So we will move forward and we'll let the value of index remain as such. We will not change its value. So let's move here. So let's see, this is having a number value of 1 and its index is having a value of 1. So let's again check if 1 plus 1 is greater than equal to the value of the index. So that is 3, right? So 2 is greater than equal to 3. This is again false. So we will declare this also as useless index, and now let's move here. So now this is having this number is having a value of 2 and the index it is at is having a value of 0. So 2 plus 0 is greater than equal to 3. This is again false. So we will let the index remain as such. This is also useless index. It is not helping us to reach the last position, right? So now we have reached the end of the array and we will check the index. So index is 3. It is not equal to 0, right? If the index was 0, we would have returned true, but index is not equal to 0, so we will return false in this case. So the answer in this case is false, and you can even see it, right? So from the first thing you can only jump maximum of 2 steps. So now from here, no, there's no path to reach the last index. So let's quickly code this, and let's write the code for this. So simply we'll write int index is equal to nums dot size minus 1. So first we are at the last value. So we have declared the value of this variable called index. So this is our index that we want to reach, and we will declare a for loop quickly. So for int I equal to, and we are starting from last, right? We are moving from right to left. So I will declare I is equal to nums dot size minus 1, and I will change I greater than equal to 0, and I will give I minus minus. Now let me just check. So I will check the condition. If nums of I plus I is greater than equal to index, right, that we want to reach. So if we can reach it, then we will just change the index to I. So that's it. This is the simple code. And finally, if we are standing at the first index, which is if index is equal to 0, then we can return true. Otherwise, we can return false. return true, else return false. So that's it, and let me run and see if this is working fine. So I think I hurriedly made a mistake. Let me submit and see if this is fine. Yes, it's fine. Thank you for being patient and listening. Thank you.